second aspect is your career is not what sometimes people draw in a steps and a straight line, because the nature of what is expected from you also changes over a period of time. So I want to show you, for example, here, you get a certain problems to solve. Now, if there are no problems to solve, you don't need managers, frankly. So manager means problem. The more problems there are, the better you are. Never crib about having problems, because that's when a manager's prowess is shown. It's like a sportsman. If he's not sweating, what's the use of having a sportsman? So he must have beads of sweat, must have muscles which are shining, and a manager must be inundated with problems. Thank God for the problems you have, otherwise there'll be no job. So that's on the x-axis here. Then you have on the y-axis solutions. If there are problems, there must be solutions, and more than one. And these solutions have to be executed in order to solve the problem. Now, when you start your career, you're at the 0-0 position. All the problems are known and the solutions are known. So when I graduated from college long ago, one of the early jobs I was given was to be the sales manager in a part of Karnataka. The territory was known, the distributors were known, the products were known. The problems that they had was ज़्यादा stock आ गया है, कम stock आ गया है, stock के पैसे मैंने दिया है, आपने refund नहीं किया है. Solutions were known. And I started at the intersection of this and tried to solve their problems. You're learning like ABCD, your first kindergarten lessons. Then you will find that the nature of the problems move from known to unknown. They go through various phases of knownness and unknownness. At the extreme end, they're completely unknown. For example, if you're the Prime Minister of this country, just take the highest level, you don't know what problem you're going to see tomorrow morning in the newspaper. It may be in Kashmir, it may be in Pakistan, it may be terrorist, it may be farmers rally in Delhi, you don't know. So the unknowns are very, very high. The higher you go in an organization, the more are the unknowns. So that's the nature of this axis. Likewise, in terms of solutions, you used to be rewarded for doing known solutions, but now the solutions are unknown. Who knows how to solve the Kashmir problem? Who knows how to solve a terrorist problem? You may take certain steps, but you're always praying and hoping that it works well. Likewise, when you run a company, technology may be changing, and the technology results in your company's business model getting wiped out. E-commerce is wiping out, or is supposed to have wiped out retailing, but definitely has an impact. Books are now sold through Amazon and not through bookshops. Groceries are ordered by younger people on e-commerce sites and not by going to the Kirana store. So that's the nature of the problem. And your solutions are also in that sense. And the company has to come to a conclusion. The whole company may be changing its model over 20 or 30 years. So that's a very important part of the way managers are trained. And you are like a person, if I imagine this as an ocean, you're standing at the base of the ocean and you're slowly walking into the water. And the water is rising to your ankle, and then to your calves, and then to your thighs, and then to your hips, until it comes to your head, and then you're swimming, your feet are not even on the ground. That's when you're far out into the ocean. And you can see that the complexity of the problem, the currents that you're facing, the uncertainty of what is happening is increasing. Each of these tests a different skill. And this is the nature of the career. What worked in an earlier part of your career will not necessarily work in the next part of your career. We tend to repeat solutions that worked for us in the past. That doesn't work. It's like in college, you cannot do the things that you did in school. When you start your work, you can't do the things that you did in college. And when you become a senior officer in your company, you can't do the things that you did when you were a junior officer. So it's exactly the lesson of life. It's no different. You just have to think about it somewhat differently.